Elon Musk. Today I will reveal my hypersonic spaceplane. Welcome to the latest issue of Top Secret. Elon Musk has just amazed the world when launching a unique fleet of hypersonic spaceplanes, promising to take you to places like China or Australia in just over an hour. This aircraft named Star Z is not only impressive for its supersonic speed, but also for its ability to fly near the edge of space, opening a completely new future for the aviation industry. Do you want to explore this future technology? Let's wait for this super plane with Top Secret. At a live event, Musk introduced a Star Z with a modern design, featuring a sharp pointed nose and large wings optimized for incredible speed. This is not just an airplane but also a symbol of cutting-edge technology, aiming to change the way we travel globally. Is this a sign of a new era in transportation? Imagine a completely new aircraft that can take off vertically without needing a runway. This aircraft will take you from Tampa to places like China or Australia in just over an hour. This is a breakthrough idea that could completely change the aviation industry, flying at speeds far exceeding sound and close to the edge of space. Star Z will fly at very high altitudes where the air is thinner, at speeds up to Mach 5, equivalent to about 6,100 kilometers per hour. If successful, this will be the fastest passenger aircraft ever built. Unlike the Concorde, the last supersonic aircraft that stopped flying in 2003, Star Z will use new technology and materials to fly faster and more efficiently. At a live event, MERS introduced the future appearance of Star Z. This aircraft has a long, pointed nose and large wings designed to reduce drag and increase speed. Although it looks like an object from a science fiction movie, MERS affirms that Star Z is real and rapidly becoming a reality. Star Z combines the advantages of both airplanes and rockets. The aircraft will take off and land like a conventional airplane but will switch to rocket engines once in the air, helping it ascend to high atmospheric layers. The aircraft will use Raptor engines, a new type of rocket engine running on liquid methane and oxygen. This will allow Star Z to fly at altitudes where conventional aircraft cannot operate. The Star Z aircraft will be made from special materials such as ultralight carbon fiber and heat-resistant metals. This is crucial because at such high speeds, the aircraft will face intense heat and friction. The aircraft's design also helps reduce air resistance, making it fly smoothly and faster through the sky. Inside Star Z, everything is extremely modern. The passenger cabin will be designed to keep occupants comfortable. Even when flying at high altitudes, the aircraft's stabilization system will ensure a smooth, bump-free flight. These features show that MERS focuses not only on speed and technology but also on passenger comfort and safety. However, this is not easy. MERS faces many challenges, from technical issues to meeting government regulations. Currently, supersonic flights over land are banned due to excessive noise, and MERS needs to prove that Star Z is safe to regulatory bodies like the FAA. He plans to fly at higher altitudes to reduce noise and choose transoceanic routes to comply with regulations. If MERS can overcome these challenges, Star Z could completely change how we travel and connect. Imagine being able to attend a meeting on the other side of the planet and still return home in time for dinner, or take a weekend trip to explore distant cultures. The economic opportunities are enormous, with new markets and rapid global connections. MERS plans to hold public demonstrations at major airports so people can see this technology and meet the creative team behind it. Although many obstacles lie ahead, Star Z promises a future where seemingly impossible ideas become reality through passion and determination. One of the most important factors for Star Z's success is its advanced engine system. This system intelligently combines two types of engines, giving the aircraft excellent performance during both takeoff and high-speed travel. Another factor contributing to Star Z's outstanding performance is its aerodynamic design. The smooth, elongated fuselage, pointed nose, and delta-shaped wings all help reduce air resistance, allowing the aircraft to slice easily through the sky. The aircraft's structure is made from lightweight yet very durable materials like carbon fiber and special heat-resistant metals, enabling it to withstand the harsh demands of high-speed travel. Furthermore, the aircraft's exterior is coated with a special thermal protection layer to handle the heat generated by air friction. However, this is not the most impressive part of Star Z. The aircraft's electronic and control systems are state-of-the-art. With the latest navigation and communication technology, the Star Z can easily perform precise control maneuvers. The Flip-by-wire system, transitioning from mechanical to electronic control, ensures absolute precision, which is extremely important when flying at ultra-high speeds. Although focused on speed and technology, the Star Z still prioritizes passenger comfort. The aircraft cabin is designed not only to be luxurious but also pleasantly quiet, even at high altitudes and speeds. With large windows, a pressurized cabin, and seats that minimize bump discomfort, this aircraft ensures a smooth flight. The air conditioning system, noise reduction, and full entertainment options also help passengers have a relaxing experience. Elon Musk's vision for sustainability plays a key role in using cleaner burning methane and selecting appropriate flight routes to reduce carbon emissions, avoiding ecologically sensitive areas and minimizing noise pollution. Looking further ahead, Starship may just be the beginning. It could lead to advances in supersonic travel and even space tourism. Musk's ultimate goal is to build aircraft capable of flying at Mach 10 speeds and finding greener energy solutions, further expanding the boundaries of the aviation industry. The U.S. race in hypersonic flight technology. Soon, the U.S. Air Force will unveil the fastest aircraft ever built. This aircraft will fly faster than any other in the world. It will even surpass the secret military aircraft of countries like China, Russia, or Japan. Scientists also confirm that we are very close to experiencing hypersonic flights, all thanks to an American company named Hermes Corporation. Hypersonic aircraft can fly at speeds of Mach 5 or higher, meaning 5 times the speed of sound, approximately 6,100 kilometers per hour. At this speed, an aircraft could cross the Atlantic in just 2 hours. While the US has succeeded in launching rockets that achieve this speed, achieving hypersonic speeds in aircraft remains a major challenge. However, there is now hope. Hermes, an emerging aerospace company, is working to change this. Hermes was founded in 2018 by a group of engineers with a big dream to change aerospace technology. In 2019 alone, the company began operations in Atlanta, Georgia. They received initial financial support from Khosla Ventures, and by 2022, the company had raised over $100 million with the help of investors Sam Ammon and Peter Thiel's Fundo Fund. By 2024, Hermes is almost ready to turn its dream into reality. They have successfully built an aircraft that could completely change the military aviation industry. Currently, Hermes is working on a hypersonic aircraft for the U.S. Air Force. Under the leadership of experienced individuals like I. Pelea, Schuyler, Sarkfurt, and Miles Ma and Pelea. The CEO of Hermes previously worked on developing a hypersonic aircraft for the U.S. Air Force at Generation Orbit Law Services. This new aircraft, named Quarterhouse Mk-1, promises to completely change how the U.S. Air Force flies. This aircraft can fly at speeds exceeding Mach 5, meaning a trip from New York to London could take just about 15 minutes. This would be a breakthrough not only in military applications but potentially in commercial travel as well. However, that's not all. The Quarterhouse Mk-1 is a small aircraft, about 40 meters long, and primarily designed as a technology testbed. It is designed to fly, with stealth capabilities and the ability to withstand extremely high temperatures, making it an ideal choice for the military. But Hermes doesn't stop there. They have plans for the next generation named Dark Horse, an unmanned hypersonic aircraft designed for advanced warfare. In 2023, Hermes conducted numerous tests, from takeoff to engine and control system checks. Meanwhile, the U.S. needs an aircraft faster and more advanced than the Lockheed Martin State Route 71 Blackbird, which was once the fastest aircraft. The Blackbird could fly higher and faster than any other aircraft, allowing it to evade threats simply with its speed. However, competition is becoming increasingly fierce. Russia and China are developing missiles that could threaten U.S. aircraft. Therefore, the U.S. has turned to companies like Hermes to maintain its advantage. Beyond military use, the U.S. is also researching applications of this technology for commercial aircraft. In 2020, Hermes won a $1.5 million contract from the U.S. military to develop a new aircraft for the president. This shows the company's great potential not only in military but also in civil aviation. Civil aircraft. This investment later increased to over $60 million, helping Hermes continue developing a civil hypersonic aircraft named Hassan. This new aircraft could replace the current Air Force One, promising a faster and more efficient mode of transport for the president, along with advanced refueling technology. However, Hermes is not the only company developing hypersonic aircraft. NASA and Lockheed Martin are also making significant progress in this field. NASA is currently developing the X-59, a supersonic aircraft expected to take flight in 2024. What's special about the X-59 is that it is designed to fly at high speeds without creating a sonic boom over the U.S. This is crucial when flying over densely populated cities. This means that, instead of being noisy like previous supersonic aircraft, The X-59 will make flights quieter, minimizing impact on residential areas. And it's not just NASA or Lockheed Martin. Many new companies are now joining the race to develop hypersonic aircraft. What innovations and breakthroughs will these companies bring in the future? We will have to wait and see. Hypersonic aircraft, the race for dominance. Hermes is now facing strong competition from SOX Inc., a company specializing in the research and development of unmanned hypersonic aircraft. SOX is collaborating with the U.S. Air Force to build a hypersonic UAV, an unmanned aircraft for pilot training. This is an important step, as the U.S. Air Force is currently facing a pilot shortage. This limits the training fleet and impacts the operational capabilities of the Air Force. If the U.S. Air Force can successfully develop and use these unmanned aircraft, it will save a lot of costs typically used for traditional pilot training. Additionally, using UAVs will help extend the lifespan of current fighter jets by reducing their usage frequency. Spy Aerospace, a company based in Bolton, is making notable strides in the aviation and defense industries. Spy directly competes with leading companies in the supersonic aircraft market. They have introduced the Spy S-512 commercial jet designed to reduce travel time. For example, a flight from New York to London could take only 3 to 4 hours, instead of the usual 6 to 7 hours. One of the most unique features of this aircraft is that it has no windows. Instead, the plane uses external cameras to project images onto thin curved screens inside the passenger cabin. This allows passengers to see outside without needing real windows. The aircraft is 37 meters long, has a wingspan of 17.7 meters, and can carry 18 passengers. It can take off with a maximum weight of up to 23,700 kilograms and holds about 25,400 kilograms of fuel. The Spy S-512 can fly at a maximum speed of up to 1,900 km per hour and cruise steadily at 1,700 km per hour, although it is currently still under development. But when completed, the Spy S-512 could completely change how we think about air travel. Another prominent name in this field is Aran Corporation, an American company founded in 2003 but which had to close in 2021. Aran was founded by Texas billionaire Robert Bass, with the goal of changing the future of the supersonic aviation industry. Aran was developing a 10-seat jet, promising to reduce transatlantic flight time by another 3 hours. They plan to achieve this with a quiet boom technology, eliminating the loud sonic boom typically encountered when flying at high speeds. Aran also focused on environmental impact with plans to build aircraft that do not require afterburners, which usually help increase speed but cause pollution. Aran's goal was to develop the first aircraft that is not only fast but also environmentally friendly, using biofuels instead of fossil fuels. In 2004, Aran unveiled the Aran SBZ, attracting much attention. Notably, 50 people expressed serious interest in purchasing this aircraft. By 2014, Aran upgraded the design to the Aran S2, a 12-seat jet capable of flying at Mach 1.4. The SBZ was equipped with two Pratt & Whitney ZT8D219 engines and was valued at about $80 million. It could fly at Mach 1.6, covering distances of up to 12,000 kilometers. This was a major step forward not only in making supersonic flight a reality but also in making aviation more environmentally friendly. Next, let's explore other exciting flight projects being developed. Other fascinating flight projects, the new generation of supersonic travel. One of the aircraft is designed to fly at least 8,750 kilometers and can fly at nearly the speed of sound when over land. This helps comply with regulations restricting supersonic travel over certain areas. Let's learn about another company doing wonders in the aerospace industry. BOM Supersonic. This American company is developing a supersonic passenger aircraft named BOM OVATER, and they are also building a smaller version called BOM XB1 with the cute nickname BABYBOMB. Gradually, many other investors joined to help BOM explore the future of supersonic travel. One of their notable projects is the BOM XB1. This aircraft is designed to fly at twice the speed of sound, Mach 2.2, and can fly over 1,850 nautical miles, approximately 3,400 kilometers. It uses 3 GINERO electric Z8515 engines, each capable of producing up to 1,900 kilograms of thrust. The aircraft was first unveiled in October 2020, but although a test flight was planned for 2022, it was postponed and is now expected in March 2024. However, that's not the only thing BOM Supersonic is doing. The company is also developing the BOM Overture, another supersonic aircraft, expected to fly at Mach 1.7. And capable of flying about 7,850 kilometers, this aircraft can carry 65 to 88 passengers, with a maximum speed of up to 1,770 kilometers per hour thanks to the Symphony engine. It's clear that current efforts like bomb. In the 1950s, when supersonic bombers emerged, many countries began dreaming of passenger aircraft that could fly at supersonic speeds. In the UK and France, governments launched projects to build supersonic aircraft, with each country handling separate components. This collaboration eventually led to the famous Concorde, which could reach speeds of 2,170 kilometers per hour and was produced at two factories, one in Fidon, England, and one in Toulouse, France. At its peak, Concorde was considered the most impressive passenger aircraft due to its superior speed. Its exterior surface could heat up to 127 degrees Celsius and could even expand by 18 centimeters due to the high flight speed. This aircraft could fly from London to New York in just 3 hours and 20 minutes, twice as fast as conventional flights. However, building such a supersonic aircraft required advanced technology, making production extremely expensive. In 1972, airlines placed 74 orders for the Concorde, but only a few were purchased, and all were sold at discounted prices. The exorbitant cost of the Concorde became harder to justify when fuel prices soared after the 1973 oil crisis. At the same time, the Boeing 747, a more fuel-efficient aircraft, was launched. This quickly made the Concorde less attractive, and soon after, it was almost forgotten in the aerospace industry. However, the unfortunate event on July 25, 2000, in Paris, marked the end of the Concorde. After taking off from Charles de Gaulle Airport, a tire on the Concorde burst, and a piece of rubber hit the fuel tank, causing the aircraft to catch fire and damage the electrical systems. Despite the pilot's best efforts, the accident was unavoidable, becoming one of the most heartbreaking moments in aviation history. After this accident, airlines abandoned supersonic aircraft, and manufacturers also stopped producing them. In 2003, the construction of passenger supersonic aircraft was banned, and aerospace companies were no longer allowed to produce such aircraft. Today, engineers wanting to develop new supersonic aircraft face many challenges. These aircraft need to be quiet, environmentally friendly, and most importantly, ensure passenger safety. But that's not all for supersonic travel to return. The public also needs to accept these aircraft without hesitation. Despite facing many challenges, scientists and engineers remain optimistic. Inspired by the progress of companies like Hermes in this field, civil supersonic technology is now developing from military origins, using advanced techniques originally developed for the military. As Hermes continues its work, we can hope and expect exciting advancements that will soon benefit everyone. However, this journey is not over yet. There are still many obstacles to overcome before we see supersonic aircraft return to the skies for passenger travel. What do you think? Should supersonic aircraft return to serve passengers despite the many risks? Thank you for watching the entire video, and we look forward to seeing you again.